so every year, thousands of dogs are surrendered to countless shelters across the world. And 17 to 20% of those dogs are surrendered due to behavior issues, as stated at a study at the Veterinary College of Zuba University in 2009. This statistic can be changed. As dog owners, most of us want to have that stereotypical companion-like relationship. We all want that lovable best friend. However, this doesn't occur naturally. Training has to take place and a bond has to be established. In order to achieve this, you have obviously to do training. Training helps establish boundaries, friendships, and connections deeper than I can ever imagine or explain. And untrained dogs often lead to frustrated owners, uncontrollable animals, and a lack of relationship, causing a lot of them to be surrendered to animal shelters. So as we all want this good connection with our pet, I'm going to show a step-by-step process on how to train your dog to have that kind of connection with you. Also throughout, I'm going to have some videos of my friend and her dog, Ocean. My friend's name is Kieran, and her family trains service dogs for a living through the CCI, which is Companion Connections Individuals. So I've also trained dogs my entire life. I've trained my dog, which is the Golden Retriever, and I've also trained my grandparents' dog, who is the Show Collie, who's really gorgeous. I also work with animals every day, so I actually see how training will impact a relationship between the pet and the owner. And so when I train, I follow these 3 basic steps. I start with basic training, then I move on to some more playful, fun activities, and then I go to some service commands. So basic commands are kind of important because it helps establish boundaries, control of your animal, and a basic agreement between you and your pet. So there's countless, obviously, and I obviously don't have enough time to go through every single one, so I'm just going to go through one specific one, which is sit. And I found a good step-by-step, easy way to do it through a book, The Secret Language of Dogs by Heather Dunphy. So basically when you sit, you're going to stand in front of the dog, you're going to have the treat in your hand. And now we use treats because dogs respond well to reward, as Jennifer Summerfield stated in her book, Train Your Dog Now. She says that dogs learn from what works. So if they get something in return for something, they'll do it again because obviously, A, they love food, as you all know, and it's also convenient for us because it's cheap. So we're going to hold the treat in our hand, and we're going to start to drag it back behind his head. And also you can tap his butt to make him like, hey, sit down. Once he does, then you're going to give the reward. So this is Kieran and Ocean. And it should look like this.
Go.
So you got to give the reward to make sure that, he knows that he's doing something right. So after you do some fun basic commands, now you can do some more playful things. And again, there's countless playful commands or activities you can do. My favorite, though, is hide and seek. It's kind of fun, it's kind of goofy, and it just helps you get a good interaction and bond with your animal. So play hide and seek. You're going to have your dog be in a stay position. You're going to go hide while another person stands near the dog to make sure that the dog doesn't follow you. Once you've hidden, you can either call the dog by name, or you can have the second person waiting near the dog ask the dog where that person is. So it kind of develops like a name recognition. So my dog actually knew my name and my brother's name, so my mom would be like, hey, where's Lauren? She'd go find us. It's really cute. So after you do some playful commands, some service commands are kind of helpful with you and your dog as you guys are able to work together in your day-to-day activities. Dogs are pack animals. We all know this. So when they're working together with your owner, they develop a really strong bond as the dog feels that stimulation of being in a pack. So one of the kind of cool ones that I learned from Kieran, because she trains service animals, is up. And you can use up to have a dog grab something off a tabletop or a counter, or if you're in a wheelchair, have them pay for you or for something. It's kind of just a neat little fun thing to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a treat and you're going to put it on the counter, and you're going to tap it, telling him to say up. And when he comes up, he's obviously going to get the treat off the counter, so he's being rewarded for his actions of coming up. And yeah, so it should look like this. Oops.
Good.
That's so cute. So now that we've gone through some service commands, your connection with your animal should be really, really strong. Again, there's countless others like lap or, turn off the light, some fun stuff, or go into a certain room. But obviously I have a time restraint. So if you follow these basic steps with basic training, playful commands and activities and service, you and your dog's relationship will grow to be really strong. And I hope all of you guys can take this home and if you have pets, work with it so you can have a best friend relationship like I did with my animals. Wait, that's the best part.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, it says bye.